Yeah, you said that the system overseas where you taught and were also taught, or you taught others too, is that almost anyone from any walk of life can come and give his perspective on almost any subject. How did that happen out there? What is the logic behind that?
What I'm saying is the way you teach mathematics to a civil engineering student should be different from the way you teach to an electrical engineering student.
Or to a biologist.
But we have been taught only the M.Sc mathematics. I will give you the very first quiz I made. I showed it to my boss in US.
Okay.
He just threw it into the trash.
All right.
Because my example was a circle of radius r. He said an engineer doesn't have a circle of radius r. He always has a circle of radius 10 mm, 15 mm.
Specify it.
Specify. That is how we have to make engineers.
So
you cannot say a rectangle of length L and B. For an engineer, it doesn't make any sense to him.
Okay.
Right. Similarly, you cannot, in US, give a problem where the average speed of the car is 30 kilometers.
Ridiculously low.
It should be, it should be realistic. Whatever you do must be realistic in engineer, because an engineer should feel the data.
Correct. You're right.
Here, we are teaching theory.
All, fictional.
Yeah, right. It doesn't relate to, like, you take economics. If you take a Purdue University economics paper in May or April, it will have questions on the budget passed on that year. Okay. Whereas our economics paper would have been set in, the paper they will answer in April 2014 would have been set in May 2013.
That's if you're lucky, and you're only a year behind time. But
yeah, right.
It'll be...
So just like Bernard Shaw said, I'm learning from a person who learned it 40 years ago, from a person who learned it 80 years ago.
Right.
So we are not changing, and the culture of the student, we are not addressing the culture of the student.
Okay.
Like, for example, I go to a villager in India.
Yeah.
I tell him that a Maruti Swift costs 5 lakhs.
Okay.
A Maruti 800 costs 3 lakhs. What is the price of some 4 Swift and 3 800? Okay. He says, no, I don't know what a Maruti is.
All right. So okay.
But if I tell him 1 kilo of potato costs 5 rupees, 1 kilo of brinjal costs 3, he will do the mathematics. Okay. So we have to take, similarly, we give the question paper, we download questions from US.
Which makes no sense.
This is to the Indian.
Okay.
Like in organization behavior, in MBA, is organization behavior in India taught? Or is it by a foreign author? We go for foreign author everything.
I suppose they had a history of that, and we have just trying to play catch up. So maybe we don't have local examples. But that's ridiculous. As I say it, I know I am being ridiculous.
But the behavior of Indian work is totally different.
Okay.
The labor laws are different. How you promote a guy is different.
Okay.
Right? So right from then, there is the major problem is inflation of marks. I went to a college which says the mission statement is 95% of our students should get an average of 85%. Now, if you declare everybody has got 100, can you have a society where everybody is rich?
No. The word becomes meaningless.
Yeah, the same thing. Now, if you have a course where everybody passes, then is it a course? You take our plus 2 practical exams. Everybody is given 50 out of 50. Then why conduct the exam?
You might as well just give it and be done with it.
Yeah, right. So, and what I heard from some educationists, the education minister comes, sees as a preview of the results.
Okay.
Last year it was, pass percentage was 85.4. Now I have taken over as education minister. I should show an improvement. So the pass percentage must be 85.7. Now what is 0.3 into 6 lakhs?
Huge number of...
So many people, unqualified people, enter the college.
And
Just
then,
because...
And then I guess beyond...
the same. This story is repeated every year.
And at the end of the course, so many unworthy people are given a degree.
Now, then you take some ineligible people who are entering the college stream. After 4 years, CII or somebody coming and saying only 25% are employable. Now, why not restrict the wall?
Yeah, make
when I studied SSLC, the pass percentage in my school, one of the top schools in Madras, PSI school, was 48%.
Okay. You mean 48% of the
Only pass. Now everybody passes. It is. I will tell you, take any final year subject in BE. It is more difficult to fail than pass.
Okay. Give me an example of what you're saying.
Yeah, you take some papers, everybody is passed.
Okay. They don't fail anyone.
No, somebody can go through RTI.
Okay.
And file this thing. How many people? What is the pass percentage in 8th semester and what is the pass percentage in 3rd semester?
Okay.
Now, similarly, you take the average marks in practicals. When my brother studied engineering, the most dreaded exams were practical exams.
Yeah.
Now everybody just walks in happily into a practical exam because they know we won't be failed in practical.
The college has passed an advice to all teachers.
Oh no, it's an unwritten law.
Okay.
It's an unwritten law.
It's not imposed on them.
And everybody gets above 85.
Okay. So when industry complains, you're part of industry, selecting people for different companies and all that. Do you have any say in government education thing, or do they even ask you?
No. We are members of the syllabus committee and all that.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
But finally what happens, we have no control.
Why? We'll just find out that. He said he is part of that, but he's not able to make the changes. So what are those blocks in the way? Let's just find out when he comes back.